What's up, music makers, and welcome back to the channel. Now, for those of you who are subscribed to my channel, you will know this channel is all about helping music producers, beat makers make more money with their music. Whether you're just starting out as a music producer and you want to know how to make money, or maybe you've been a music producer for a couple years and you want to learn some extra income avenues that you can explore, that is what this channel is all about helping you out with. If you're not subscribed and that is music to your ears, then I highly recommend that you subscribe to the channel right now to make sure you never miss a video like this one. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about 4 streams of income that you can start as a music producer, but to make this as transparent and as helpful as possible, I'm going to be breaking down each individual stream of income, how you can actually start, how much you can potentially earn, how much I earn as a realistic guide, as well as some top tips on how to get started and to make sure you maximize your chances of opening up that stream of income for you as a music producer. And hopefully by the end of this video, you will have some fresh inspiration of how you can start making more money as a music producer. So let's get into the video. Okay, so firstly, we are going to start with beat selling because that is the one that I really endorse the most on this channel. So let's break down how you can start making money as a beat seller if you're not already. So if we look at this data that I'm bringing up on the screen here, we've got earnings, potential earnings, realistic earnings, how to start, and top tips. You're going to see this breakdown for the other 3 streams of income that I'm going to show you, but I feel like this would be the best way to display it so you get the best understanding of how you can go about starting to make money selling beats. So all the stats here for income wise is on an annual basis to get that confusion out the way early. So all the stats you're seeing here is for annual results. So firstly, when we look at this, we can see that I'm earning about $12,000 a year selling beats, which is a pretty good, it's not like the best, but it's not the worst. This is a side income for me, so I don't go 100% into this, so I could actually earn more. The ceiling is definitely not hit for me, but there is some things that we have to talk about. So potential earnings, you can actually earn anywhere from $300,000 to $500,000. This is just based on some beat makers who've actually displayed how much they earn as a beat maker. Billy Got It Bumpin' is one example. He earns anything from $25,000 to $54,000 a month selling beats, and that is the complete high end. If we're talking realistic earnings, I've put $2,000 because in your first year selling beats, if you can earn $2,000, you're doing well, because realistically, these things take time to start. So how do you start? So as I've got written down here, you got to create beats in a niche. Niching is probably the best way to go about it because the market's very saturated nowadays. A lot of people are sending beats, so you got to stand out. So make sure you're niching, make sure you get a big catalog together. Then what you got to do is once you've got all your beats together, sign up to a beat selling site. This could be BeatStars, Airbit, Soundy, SoundClick, Premium Beats. You can do more research to find other beat stores, but they are some of the top beat stores. I highly recommend that if you're going to set up in any one of them, I suggest BeatStars is the best one to start with because it's got the best algorithmic reach and a massive marketplace where you can get sales without any marketing at all. There is a $19.99 a month subscription that you have to pay for it, but it's completely worth it because it only takes 1 beat sale to pay that back a month. And on top of that, you also get the BeatStars publishing, which means you can track royalties and publishing rights to any beats which are used by artists, which is really cool. So the next thing you're going to do to make money selling beats as well is you're then going to create a YouTube type beat channel where you advertise your beats in any other social media platforms. This is where you could be driving traffic to your beat store. One top tip that I'll really give you is make sure that once you get the subscription is try to have your own website, because if you have your own website, you're going to be drawing people to listen to your beats only and not just any marketplace. But if you haven't made that at the moment, it's still fine to send people to the actual BeatStars marketplace where your beats will be on. And one of the most important things that you want to be doing is advertising beats with a free download option. This won't make much sense until you upload your beats to the website and get it going, because then you'll realize what I mean. But you want to try and get emails because emails is a really good way to target potential customers and get sales. Email marketing is probably one of the best strategies for me making sales and making more money as a beat seller. So I highly recommend that you look into that too. And then the top tips I'll give for this is to be patient. This will take time to build up. I didn't make my first sale till 3 months in. So if you haven't made a sale after 3 months or even 4 months, don't worry because it's all part of the process. It takes time. You've got to build up a big catalog and really spread the load. Got to post consistently as well. If you're posting consistently, I post 5 times a week a new beat. I get up in the morning. The first thing I do is make a beat. But again, as long as you get into some sort of rhythm, whether it's 3 beats a week or even 2 beats a week, just stick to it and stick to it for a couple years. I promise you, I'm a year and a half in, and that's what's got me to the stage of earning $12,000 in the past year. Next year, I'm hoping to earn more than $12,000 because now I'm starting to get that catalog and getting more traffic to my beat store. I'm getting more people who are viewing all my socials with beats as well, and more people are downloading the beat for free as well as purchasing. So things are going on an upwards trajectory, all because of these fundamentals that I've just spoken about. So yeah, beat selling is a very good stream of income. I highly recommend that you try out. The next stream of income is freelance services. Now I earn about $23,000 a year as freelance services. It could be the potential. I've seen people earning anywhere from $100,000 to $1 million, depending on how hard you go into it. This probably takes about 3/4 of my day up, so I do earn a decent amount from it. This is the first stream of income that made me go full time, so I have a lot of respect for this income. Realistically though, in your first year, if you could get $5,000, that would be insane, because again, this takes years to build up. It's taken me 3 years to build up, for example, my 5 and my Air Gigs pages. I haven't even started on Sound Better yet, but I completely intend to. And then let's get into it. How do you actually start your freelance services? Well, the first thing you've got to think about is what services do you want to do. You've got to try and think of something that's relative to you and your niche, because again, you want to niche because that's the most important thing, because if you just do a general service, it will get completely outranked in search results on freelance sites. Once you decided that, you do want to sign up to freelance sites, either Fiverr, Air Gigs, People Per Hour, Sound Better, Upwork. All of these, as far as I believe, are free, although Sound Better, if you want to pay for the premium subscription so you rank higher, you're going to have to pay about $100 a month, which I do think is worth it, because I think you will earn that back with a profit turnover. But again, if you're in the early stages, you may not be able to afford that, so the free account on Sound Better is just fine. I've actually got work just off the free account on there. I do think Sound Better is the best paying one for musicians, even though Fiverr out of all of these is the most popular. So I highly recommend that you browse around, have a look, and see what suits you. When you've got your freelance services set up, you want to list about 3 to 5 services, again, because you want to offer as much as you can, because not everyone's going to be looking for one service, and it gives you the best chance because you don't know which one of your services is going to pop off on them freelance sites. For example, I posted about 5 services. I had demo producing, vocal production, music production, mixing, mastering, and ghost songwriting. And it was ghost songwriting which took off for me first, which enabled me to get this stable income. And the top tips I would give for this one is to be responsive to customers. Try and reply as quick as possible, because an hour delay in replying to them could be the difference between getting that order and not getting that order for services. And you also want to set your prices competitively at the start. Doing this will be an incentive to people to trust you and use you first time, because other people will outrank you for their reviews and the fact they've got a lot more of an established presence on these sites. So pricing a little bit lower will give you a better chance early on of getting more orders. Another thing as well is, as I say, you want to niche, because niching, again, it helps you rank higher in less common search results, but there's always someone looking for stuff in your niche. So if you niche, you'll be more likely to get sales early on. And the last one, of course, of always is to be patient. Okay, the first stream of income that I'm talking about is sample packs. Now, this is one that I've just started, but I've done a hell of a lot of research on this, so I wanted to include this in the video because a lot of people make serious money selling sample packs. Now, my earning this year is 0 because I only literally started this a week into the recording of this video. I've just been setting up my website and stuff, so at least I can tell you how to set it all up. This is a good thing. But then when it comes to the potential earnings, I'm not even joking, there's crazy numbers from some sample pack makers out there. So from what I've seen, there is a couple of beat makers who also do sample packs as well, and they're making anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million a year. Very high ceiling on it. Now, realistically, I think you can earn $2,000 in your first year selling sample packs. At least that's what I'm aiming for, so that's why I put 2,000. So again, in your first year, this could be something that's good for you. How to start is to obviously create sample packs in a niche. The more you can niche, again, it's that word I use a lot, but it's super important nowadays in the music industry because, you know, it's more saturated. There's more people doing music. Once you've got all your sample packs made, you're going to need a website to sell them on, or if you want to do collaborations, then you could just go straight to emailing. But if you just want to sell sample packs like a transactional deal going on here, then you want to set up a website. I highly recommend you use Shopify. That's what I set my website up as, and it's been really good, really easy to set up, and it's all operation, and it's going good. Traffic is going. There's a lot of cool metrics for Shopify, obviously, because it's the whole purpose of it's designed to be e-commerce. There are a couple of other websites that you can use to build your website, and you can also upload your sample packs onto BeatStars and some other beat stores as well. Just do the research and have a look around and see which one you think would be best for you. Now, to get going with your sample packs, you want to drive traffic to the store, so you're going to want to be offering some sort of free samples, because that's what's going to get the first few people through the door to your website, and also be a great way to collect emails as well, to retarget with that beautiful word, email marketing. One of my favorite marketing tools as a music producer, and sample packs for that as well would be perfect. So offer a few free samples. You can post them as reels, as Beautiful Beats does. That's an example I would give. And offer free samples. All the beat makers and producers will be rushing to your website, download them free, and then you've got their contact information to target them in the future with sample packs that you want to sell to them. And then the top tip again for this is to build a big catalog of packs, because the more variety you've got, the more different markets and different needs that you can hit at once. And if you've got a proper established presence as a beat store, more people are going to go and browse through more. Unless you've just got the 1 or 2 packs, it doesn't really give much incentive or option option for people to go to your website and actually browse through. And you never know which sample pack's going to do well for you. You might have one sample pack that pops off and others that just don't do so well. And again, the top tip is again that offering the free samples. I can't emphasize enough that adding some sort of value will bring and incentivize people to come to your website. And make sure to collect emails and start a customer list so you can retarget them, so every time a new sample pack drops you can ping and sell about sales offers as well and send it straight to the customer list so they know exactly what's going on in your sample pack store, and then hopefully long term you'll make more sales. And of course, as always, be patient and niche. And then the last one is stock music licensing. Now this is an interesting one because I have been doing this for a little bit and it's just getting the ball rolling with it, but I definitely think there is some sort of a decent ceiling for earning money in stock music licensing still, even though it's very oversaturated. So my earnings at the moment is $100 a month. I've only been doing this for about 3 months, trying to build it up. I started on Pond 5, really didn't make that many sales, but I recently joined up on Motion Array and that's going well. So I wanted to include this because long term I do see this being a very good income for me going forward and something that you can start now as well. So again, as I said, my earnings is about $100 a month, even though like that's for the year I meant to put that in, so that's a mistake on my part. But potential earnings, you could earn up to $60,000 based on what I've seen just from the sites that I'm on and how much people earn. So there is a decent ceiling there for a full-time income music licensing, and realistic earnings, I'm going to be happy if I can earn $1,200 in the next year with music licensing. Now, how do you start? You need to create tracks, beats, or samples. You can even use tracks that you've released on Spotify for stock music licensing, because you can just license the beat out and that's an extra income on top of streaming royalties, which is really cool. You're going to need to sign up to some stock music licensing sites like Audio Jungle, Motion Array, Artlist, or Pond 5. Now, if I had to recommend any out of them, I highly recommend you try Motion Array. You have to actually submit a request to join them and you don't always get accepted, as well as Artlist. But Pond 5, I know you can sign straight up onto, even though I will warn that Pond 5 is really overly saturated. So even though you're getting on there, you're going to have to upload a lot of tracks onto there to be able to get noticed. Which leads me on to the next tip, is then you're going to have to build a big catalog, because the bigger the catalog, the more reach you're going to get and the more sales you're going to get. It's pretty self-explanatory and it's the same for everything, but you're going to want to do it consistently. It's always really good that you build up a big catalog beforehand so that you've got that initial bulk content there to upload to get you going, so you don't have to rush into this. Just build up your catalog, and when you're ready, then start uploading everything onto sites. Luckily for me, I've done lo-fi beats projects. I have my beat store and I've had songs that I've released on Spotify. So when it comes to stock music licensing, I upload a mix of lo-fi beats, my beats, any sort of instrumentals that I make on the day which I feel like uploading, and my own original songs. So I've got the content there ready batch from years of producing as a producer. So that's really cool how it's so easy to get into this stock music licensing. And again, the top tips, as well as building a big catalog, is to be patient, of course, and sign up to multiple sites. Not just Pond 5, you can sign up to all of these. Because it's stock music licensing, you can upload these onto as many stores as you can, and there's not going to be any sort of copyright problems or royalty problems going forward. And it's probably the best way. If you include multiple streams of incomes from different sites, it's going to bring up the total amount that you're going to be earning from stock music licensing. So yeah, guys, that is the 4 streams of income, and I hope I did a good enough explanation on how you can get started them. If you've got any more questions, I will do dedicated videos on all 4 of these going forward to help you even more. But I hope you found this video helpful, and if you made it this far, smash the subscribe button if you haven't already, and of course, leave a comment below if you've got any questions. But guys, thank you so much for watching, keep making music, and I'll see you in the next video.